Hi folks, update on my AGT Industrial LRT23. I just had it out for about an hour and a half today, moving some snow with the snow blade I built, and I had encountered the dreaded Rato surge. So I already ordered a 1 to 2 piece PSI MSU electric fuel pump, which I'll install when it arrives. I bought an Amazon one, a 2 to 4 PSI. I just don't feel comfortable with giving the engine 2 to 4 PSI when I can give it 1 to 2. I think that's all it needs is to have the stock vacuum fuel pump fed with fuel. I plan to mount the electric fuel pump down low here, and then replace this filter with one that's included, something clear that I can see through. And it's got a whole coil of fuel hose up here. I don't know why it's got so much, so I might shorten that. Anyone who knows more about it can know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Seemingly would trap a lot of air and provide a lot more hose to get fuel through. So I'm going to replace that electric one when I get it in. I'm going to test it again. I ran the machine for about an hour and a half before it started surging, and then I could only let it shut it off and wait for about 5 minutes. And then it would start again, run for a bit, but it wouldn't idle, and it would just quit, and then it would be surging if I raised the RPM, and it was just got to a point where it was a no-go completely. And that was just, I got it about 15 feet in my driveway when it just quit. Let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, went out there, started normally, drove it into the garage, and determined that, yeah, I got to put the electric fuel pump in. So that's an update. Currently only have now about 2 hours on it, 2.2. And yeah, so basically all of its life so far in that 2.2 hours has been moving snow, and it hasn't been that cold. It's been about -5 today when I was out there. Everything else worked good. I'm going to check the oil and see if it's dirty, because I changed it right off the bat when I got it back from the auction house. But the first time I had it out for about a half an hour in the cold, the throttle cable kind of froze up. Let the machine run for a few minutes, and then the heat from the engine seemed to get it moving again. There was no problem after that. So yeah, the machines, they're a little twitchy because, of course, they're just regular hydraulic valves here. There's no pilot controls or anything like that. So you have to learn how to run it a little bit so that you're not slamming left and right when you do turns. And again, this machine here, you can't really run the boom at all while you're driving. You can do small corrections on the bucket, or in my case, the snow blade, which is great. That works just fine. But 48-inch snow blade was great. You know, I built that thing from scratch and moved a lot of snow, so that was no problem. But I'll update everyone on the electric fuel pump when I get her done. Thanks.